WWE NXT champion Oba Femi took inspiration from MCU villain. Oba Femi has quickly become one of the most dominant names in WWE's NXT brand, capturing the attention of fans with his unmatched power, presence, and aura. The reigning NXT North American champion has stood out not only for his in-ring ability, but also for the way he carries himself as a performer. What makes Femi's rise even more fascinating is the revelation that his inspiration comes from an unlikely source, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, specifically one of its most iconic villains. In a recent discussion about his character work and development, Oba Femi explained that he models much of his confidence and presence after Thanos, the infamous villain from the MCU. For Femi, Thanos represents more than just a comic book bad guy. He embodies dominance, inevitability, and the type of intimidating presence that Femi wants to channel inside the squared circle. Much like Thanos, Femi aims to make fans believe that his victories are not just possible, but destined to happen. The comparison is fitting. Thanos is remembered as one of the most imposing and layered villains in superhero film history. He wasn't a one-dimensional antagonist. Instead, he carried himself with calm authority, a sense of purpose, and an aura that suggested he was always 10 steps ahead of his enemies. This same energy is what Femi hopes to bring into WWE. His championship reign has already reflected these qualities, methodical, powerful, and leaving his opponents feeling as if they never stood a chance. For Oba Femi, adopting inspiration from a character like Thanos is about more than just borrowing traits. It is about embodying an entire mindset. In wrestling, character work is just as important as physical ability. The best champions are the ones who connect with the audience, either as beloved heroes or feared villains. By channeling Thanos, Femi positions himself as a larger-than-life figure who fans can either rally behind or root against, depending on how his storylines unfold. This approach also highlights the evolving nature of WWE superstars. Gone are the days when wrestlers relied solely on brute strength or technical skill. Today's stars understand that success comes from presenting a complete package: athleticism, charisma, storytelling, and a unique identity that fans can instantly recognize. By drawing on pop culture, Femi bridges the gap between wrestling and mainstream entertainment, making himself more relatable and memorable to audiences. The NXT champion has already proven that this strategy works. His performances in high-stakes matches have carried a deliberate pace, much like the way Thanos methodically dismantled his enemies in the films. Femi doesn't just overpower his opponents. He dominates them with a sense of inevitability, creating an aura where fans know the outcome before the final bell rings. This presentation has earned him comparisons not just to Thanos, but to some of wrestling's greatest monsters and powerhouses from the past. WWE has always thrived on characters that feel larger than life. From The Undertaker's supernatural mystique to Brock Lesnar's raw dominance, the company understands the value of superstars who carry themselves with a sense of myth. Femi is carving out his own version of this legacy, and his choice of inspiration shows he has a clear vision for his future. If Thanos was inevitable in the MCU, Oba Femi wants fans to see him as inevitable in WWE, an unstoppable force destined to hold gold. Looking ahead, Femi's Thanos-like character has the potential to elevate him far beyond NXT. WWE has a long tradition of building stars in its developmental brand before moving them to Raw or SmackDown, where they can shine on an even bigger stage. With his unique blend of physical dominance, character inspiration, and championship credibility, Femi may already be preparing for that next step. Oba Femi's rise is a reminder that the best wrestling characters are the ones that feel authentic yet larger than life. By channeling the energy of Thanos, he has found a way to craft an identity that resonates with fans while setting himself apart from the competition. If his journey continues on its current trajectory, Femi might not just be an NXT champion inspired by a Marvel villain. He could soon be one of WWE's most unstoppable forces, destined to conquer the main roster in the same way Thanos conquered the big screen.